around trying to spot some peeps.
Having a drink that has blue Gatorade, ice Gatorade, and vodka in it.
We get to meet Matt Grievers and his
again, because technically you had met him already.
I had met him already.
Which I opened with.
And I will say she was so sweet because we shook his hand first and she sort of moved away like as if.
And we were like, no.
We're like, no, we want the
back.
duo. We're
Ken
like,
and Barbie
care about
the matching
both of you.
set.
Then we go back because we had seen Anthony. He was in the other room. We're like, let's go bother him again because we're obsessed.
And we wanted a photo of us all
dressed up because we helped. Hello. And we go in, and Eve,
like the energy changed in the room.
It's just like when
I started. All of a sudden, I was like, I turned my head,
and Eve actually alerted me. She's like, I think Nathan's over there. I turned. And I just see, like, the side of him, one of those delicious giant shoulders, and I go, okay, so I gasped, but then I was like, eyes on the prize. And I was like, my friend is taking me to this event. She gonna meet her man. You know what I'm saying? So we go, I'm like, I'm gonna find where he is. I figured out.
Like a boss.
Like a boss. I figured out that he was on the press line, and I'm like.
Talking to Anthony.
And I want to be like, oh, Anthony. Over here. But he didn't see us. I was like, you know what? I make my own luck, okay?
Word up.
Good fortune up in here. So I see him on the press line. He's getting closer and closer, about to go on the red carpet, talking to some people. And I say to Eve, I was like, once he's done with this person, I'm going to swoop in. This person leaves. I don't think they were even done leaving. I just shimmied my way in. I throw my hand out as he's walking in. I was like, Nathan G. Adrian, I just wanted to come over and meet you. I'm Candace.
Eve. I was like,
and he goes, oh, I know you guys. And I was like, excited / horrified because I wasn't sure in what context he knew us. Like, did he know us because he saw Anthony's video? Did he know us because I told him not to wear light denim? And I just...
that really threw me for a serious loop. That's why in our initial photo that we put on Instagram, I have Kayla Maroney face.
But Eve is very sweet because so we were going to take the picture with him, but he was behind this rope. So I put my arm around him, and she was going to go on my side, and I was like, bitch, if this is our only chance, you're touching Boo. Go on the other side. So I pushed her over and made him move. I'm sorry for that. But I was like,
she also like thrust the camera at some like guy who I think might have been like a professional.
Yeah, I was like, can you take this picture? First of all, we said like blah blah blah. We're excited to meet you, and then I was like, and he was actually leaving at this point, and I grabbed Boo. And I said, oh, just before I let you go, like as if I'm in charge of the situation. So before I let you go, I just want to let you know that we like to hashtag Nathan Adrian's chest. So if you see that, it's us.
And he was kind of like, thanks. Like I
Drop the mic. Boom. So we did that. We were like, my work here is done.
It's like, Nathan, we're coming for you.
And we did. Then... enter to the venue, the award show's going on. I think we didn't get the memo that black tie means you need to be civil. Because every time they showed a video of him or mentioned him, we went, woo! Woo!
Table 61! Yeah!
Woo! Woo! So if you watch when he won for Best Male Race, you can hear everybody, you can hear like a little golf clap, and then you hear, woo! Anyway, cut to blah, 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 the whole thing rolls around. They're like, okay, everyone's gone, lights up. I think, initially, I'm like, okay, I guess we have to leave. But then we start surveying the area.
No.
And we see some of our boobs.
I was like, this is why I dropped the dollars. Because we are in the room with all these people. And all the people that are jaded and have been to this thing like 50 times, actually 9 times or whatever, they leave. They left.
Starts clearing out, and then you can see more clearly. First of all, they're all much taller than everyone else.
Candace was also grabbing a lot of stuff that was not... People just leave the swag.
I was like, I'll take an extra book.
And she's like, you paid for us to be here. We're taking this stuff.
I took an extra book, and it turned out well because Anthony Irvin needed a book later, which I think he ended up forgetting, but I gave him the book. And then at one point, I was like, he's still here. We're going to get him again. Because we only got to talk to him for like 10 seconds, and I was afraid we scared him a little bit. There was one point where Eve was like, I'm going to tell him about the quarter. And I was like, don't ever tell anyone about the quarter. And I feel bad for saying that.
No.
But I was like, don't open with that because we're both a little festive, if you know what I mean.
So
and we don't want to scare him.
I don't remember what I opened with, but these are the following things I remember saying. Nathan, I was like, are your parents, who are adorable, by the way, are your parents aware that they could potentially have thousands of grandchildren if they wanted? And he was like, and I was like, and we were like, people on Twitter can be really intense. And he's like, yeah, I know. And Candace is like, we've been trying to help you.
I said, we have been trying to get Colgate Smile up on this, and I told him we have been consistently tweeting to Colgate Smile to try and get him an endorsement. And he was like, oh, thanks, guys.
I somehow find myself saying to him, I'm going to fix your tie. And he sort of like put his, he kind of was like, he
surrendered to the madness. You said, can I fix your tie?
Oh, okay.
And he goes, please.
Yes!
Like, he's desperate!
And I was like,
touch.
And so the back of this hand was sort of like rubbing against the lower clavicle area, and I was in close. I was arguably even in closer than Ryan Stevens' ear, and I was like more interested this time. And I was like, And then at some point, I was like, so you're doing Winter Nationals in a couple weeks. What's on the schedule early next year? We are filling out our itinerary. Please tell us. And he said, I'm going to the Austin Grand Prix. I turned to this one and I said, we're going! Then I think because we got more pictures because we're like,
and Matt Grievers took a picture of himself, cut to the photo. And then he took a picture of us all together. Then we also met him a third time, although I was embarrassed about this.
This I was like, we pressing our luck.
Yeah, first of all, he looked beautiful because the tie came off.
The tie came off. We're getting cash.
And he
got
a rose in his pocket. And Emily, who probably also did want their autographs, but was also like, just go over there. So we went over to get his signature and Gary Hall's signature because they were talking to each other. And I went up like, I'm really sorry we're bothering you again, but I'm obsessed with you.
At that point, it was like a lot of the swimmer babies were grouped together, and there were no civilians. It was all swimmer babies.
And us. Because we refused to leave. So we met him a third time, and each time he was very, very gracious, and there were a couple of little fangirls around there.
Oh, that was the other thing. Candace said to him, did you say it on the press line, or did you say it later? You're like, straight up, there are some creepers in the hallway.
I told him twice that there were creepers waiting to meet him, and he laughed. He thought that was funny. But there were some creepers.
And we're like, hi, we